Well, let's see if this is going to work or not. I see Tony Wallow, Darren Go Home, Rick Lakes are already there. I'm still in the studio. Let me get it on a monitoring screen because it's much easier for me to read that. And there we go. So, you're looking at a picture of my dad, and you're looking at me in the lower right hand corner. It looks like I need to be moved up just a little bit to get off of that watermark. So let me do that. I don't like the fact that I got these black marks on there, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. It is what it is. First and foremost, it's Dumas in the movie Shawshank Redemption. There's a part in there where they're in the library and a guy, this book's written by Dumbass. And somebody goes, that's Dumas. Long running standing joke. But it's so hard to get that in type, especially when the keys get moved around. And I'm a touch typist, so if I hit what is supposed to be the T and it ends up being the O or the U or it's all confusing. Let's get started. So I do have Davinci Resolve running. Full disclosure, I did not rehearse. I practiced, get that, play on words, a little bit. I just wanted to check a couple things out. I forgot to remind them to kick the link. That's okay, Doug. That's okay. No problem. Just remember it's Dumas, or if you're French, Dumas. I'm not French, so it's Dumas. Um, but I appreciate it. And I appreciate the link being put in your down below on your show as well. Let me lock in the camera so that doesn't get moved. So we are going to do a couple things here. We're going to bring up Doug's new favorite Sword Soroft mouse track, and we're going to use that as well as explain this portion of this in demonstrating something or attempting to demonstrate something in Davinci Resolve. I just wanted to bring these in. I do have them on another monitor so they're not in the way. And I'm going to put them back over there. So what I was doing earlier today, I was messing around with the function to come up here and draw a box around the inspector. And then I can draw a box around this. And these are going to go away. I don't care that they're rude and crude at this point in time. And then if you come back over here and hit this button, if I go in here right now and I try to zoom this, it puts a line. You see the line right here? I can't do anything. I can't zoom. I can't hit the go back button. It'll put a blue line. So how do we rectify that? How do we fix that? I accidentally stumbled upon this 2 nights ago, and then last night I went and figured it out with the help of the Zoom homies, of course. Trash can. Goodbye. Redraw the box. Redraw the box. Now if I click on this arrow right here, I can actually go in here to the zoom and I have functionality of the keyboard again, or functionality of Davinci Resolve again, or I have the ability to change things without putting the line in there. As you can see, I'm demonstrating that right there. Now there are in this program, and I don't want this to be all about Sword Soroft mousetrack. I do want to do some Davinci stuff. You can only have 2 things running at one time. Right now I have the live draw going. That's what draws the lines. I have some things keyed in. If I hit the F11, it brings up the magnifier, and I put the box over here earlier today and it stayed there oddly enough. And it will magnify what you put the mouse pointer over. So that's pretty cool. So if I move this out of my way, and I've demonstrated this enough, I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way. Then if I come in here, I say, so we're going to, well, let's add another line. I'm going to work right here with the zoom function. And then I got to click on that. Now, I tried to hotkey that earlier today. I couldn't get it hotkeyed. I'm sure it can be done. I'm sure Brian Mutant, Brian Lightfoot and Wintermute will probably figure that out, and we'll discuss that tonight. So we're back over here. We have the highlighter going, or the magnifier. I've unchecked it so I can change this. And as you see in the magnifier, as if the blue line is not enough to draw your attention, now we have the magnifier. Here's the problem. You can only have two things at one time. If I wanted to bring the spotlight in, now watch this will work when I think it won't. I hit F12. Oh, the paint goes away, but now I have the spotlight. The spotlight, Brian Lightfoot pointed out, can be adjusted, so you can make this as big as you want or as little as you want. Pretty cool feature there. And then just F12, F11, and it all goes away. Yay. Good. Let's get to the point. I just wanted to bring that up. Hopefully that's not too distracting. Script. I shouldn't have put the E on there. I was thinking about it. It should have been SCRIP, script. If you read it, I don't know. I think Doug reads really what it says. And I would have said, maybe I would have said script because it is SC-RIP. I don't know. Let's work on this project a little bit. What are we going to do with this today? We are going to figure out why it's at an A. Oh, because I did something over here. I don't think I changed the rotation angle, but since it's there we go. It's back to somewhat normal. Maybe I did. I don't know. So we're going to jump over to Fusion. And I've already practice with this a little bit. Now I wanted to show something else real quick with the paint. So every time I hit F1, which is the hotkey for the paint, it brings up this box right here, but it always brings it up over on another monitor, and I have to go hunt and peck and look for it. So what I wanted to do is demonstrate. I'm going to click on this one, and then I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to click on the arrow. I'm going to draw me a box because I want to work with, no, I guess not. Click on the arrow and draw me a box. There we go. And I apologize that my boxes are not good. I will work on the boxes. So there's one box. As you know, we're always working in the inspector to make changes to your project. I'm going to add one more. While I'm on that, I'm going to get rid of the paint. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to hit F2. It brings up the rename tool so you can rename your nodes. And it pops up here in the middle. Well, I drew a box around this, thinking, very wrong on my part, by the way. Oh, if I move this box, why can't I move the box? I moved it earlier. So F2 will bring it up there. I moved that box earlier today. Now I can't do it. Why can't I do it? Do I have control of the keyboard? I do not. So maybe I need to take that off. Nope, that was correct. The other thing is you can't get rid of a single line. If you hit the trash can on here, right here, it gets rid of everything. I wish there were a way to get rid of singular line. I don't know, does Control Z work? Control Z does not work. So I'll hit that. I messed around with this a little bit this morning. Oh, I thought I turned that off. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I moved this down here this morning, but the box stayed there. I don't remember how I'd done it. Gonna drive me up a wall. Anyway, I want to rename these. So let me see. This is frustrating. I know this is movable. There we go. I knew it was movable. So I put it down here and I thought, wow, if I can move the box, then the paint will move too. It doesn't. The other problem is And again, I'll just real quickly do this. The other problem is this. When you do your notifications, your boxes, your squares, or whatever, and you go to a different page by, let's see here, is it this one? It's got to be this one. It's not what, oh, because I have this functioning. So we cancel that. We go to a different page. These stay. These stay no matter what, no matter what you're doing. And it took me a minute to figure that out. That's because you're actually drawing on said screen. So we'll end that nonsense. Let's get back into Davinci. I said let's get back into Davinci. Okay. I didn't say let's get back into Davinci. Me and my system. It's the keys on the keyboard. And now it's moved over to the mouse. It's starting to affect the mouse. We go look at chat real quick. Hello, William Dawson. Mark Baggett. Hello. Mark Baggett's been around for quite a long time. Hi, Parker Morrison. Let's go ahead and make Mark a moderator. Therefore, that way he can put links into the chat, and he's going to be a standard moderator. I need to learn to speak English. All this Asian stuff's wearing off on me. Pretty good company. Yep, good. Figured you were busy. So let's get into this and figure this out. Two people. I made the comment about when this is done that this one is behind it, this one is over it, and this one is over it, and this one's just all kind of goofy. I don't know what's going on there. So first things first, let's go ahead and rename this, and we're going to rename this one. Now, for some reason, the backspace key does not work. You can use your arrow key, the delete key, and it works fine. And you'll see that I've got this showing up down here at the bottom, and we're going to call this the bottom photo. Then we're going to go up here and identify this one. And I simply identify it by clicking on this arrow to disable it and see what. Now, I'll be doggone if that's not the right one. Put that back in there. So where's this one? What is this one? This one is that one. Okay, so we're going to rename this one. Of course, you knew this was going to go horribly wrong, right? This is going to be deleted out and called left photo. And we'll go up here, F2 this one. And I should have started my timer. I didn't. I meant to. This one's going. I wish the doggone back. Oh, you know why? I think the backspace key. Right, the backspace key won't work because I inadvertently made that a hotkey, and I will fix that sometime today. This is going to be bottom photo. I almost screwed that up. And then we'll see what this one is. Huh, that one was actually right. F2, take it to the beginning, delete it, and this is the right photo. And that leaves this one to be the top photo. Okay, so now we know how to change the name. Yay! Well, thanks for being here for Daily Davinci Debacle. That's all I have, all the time I have for today. We're good to go. So now I want to figure out why this particular one is doing what it's doing. Now, right now it's showing up as a plane because I don't have anything attached to it. If I attach this to it, then it comes back. So we're going to go to the inspector. I don't think I need to draw the line around the inspector, and then, but yeah, I do actually want to do that in a minute. So I want to work with this particular one right here. I'm going to go to the inspector. I'm going to figure out what's going on with that. Why didn't, oh, because I want to work with this part of this to bring up that. So we're going to F1 this. We're going to drag this across really fast. Yes, we come with sound effects. We are going to highlight what we're going to work in, and since I'm not sure which one, I'm going to draw it in here. I just need the keyframes to be marked. Well, that's just terrible. And I'm going to turn that off so I can work with it. So, go back to the beginning. I don't understand why these are showing up like that. I really thought I had them flat, but they're not. So I want this one is the problem. If I grab this and play this across, it kind of hangs up right there. So I'm thinking I forgot to put a keyframe in. Even though I see keyframes here on both 2 of the 3 rotation. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to come back over here and look at this. I'm going to run it to the end. So what I ultimately want to do is I want to get this like this. And I want to get this and this behind the text. So I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to go back to Fusion. I'm going to go back to the left photo. I'm going to look at the Z-axis right here. I'm going to play with this Z-axis right here. And I'm just going to move it around. Then I'm going to go back to the edit page. It's right, but it's not right. To me, it looks like it's still at an angle inward. If I were to turn on the paint and show you, use translation Z axis to move it back in scene. I thought that's what I was doing, but I could be wrong. Oh, translation. I'm in rotate. Well, rotation, I needed to rotate it too, though, Wintermute. I needed to, when we first started out, this was all wonky. And now I need to, no, that's not what I want. Not yet, anyway. What I want now is I want this. See how this one's level, or what I would call railroad tracked, parallel? This one is the same way, but they're at an angle inward. So I need to go back to the Fusion page, go back to that particular one, and then figure out why it's like that. Is it the Y-axis that's off? And I can't tell from there. Nope, it's still off. So something's still off. Let me figure this out. Looking at chat, reset all rotations. No, that makes too much sense. I don't want to do that. I want to figure it out without doing that, actually. I want to figure out negative 174.8. $74.8. That puts that back where it was at. So if it's not the Y and it's not the Z, is it one of these up here? Nope, not that one. Is it? It's not the Y. I know the X is going to negative 1014. That's going to move that there. That's close enough for right now, although it's a little bit off. But for demonstrative purposes, this will work. So it's which one is it? This is going to rotate it on that axis. This is going to rotate it on that axis. So that means it's got to rotate it there. Oh, there we go. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Now the sizing and the spacing is off a little bit. This one looks to be a little bit higher, or it could be just how it is. Now this one's clearly behind catchy, so that's good. I accomplished that. This one, however, does not appear behind. Well, it is behind cheek, but it's not behind whatever this word is, and I don't remember what that is. So how did I do that? Let me go look at chat. You guys are probably yelling, Dumas, Dumas, to make it flat. Yeah, if I reset it, sure. But okay, good idea. I'm actually going to do this. This is going to be premiere April 6, 2023 copy. I'm going to save it. It's going to change the name right here. You'll see now that the name is changed and it is now a copy. So now I have the original and the one change and the copy. So let's go ahead and get rid of all the paint. Let's go back over here into Fusion. Why is it not going to Fusion? Oh, it did go to Fusion. Why am I not seeing it? It went to Fusion. I think I need some more coffee. I think this is locked up. I'm not getting anywhere with, no, I'm not in Fusion. Yes, wonderful. Davinci is locked up. Imagine that. Since I already changed the name, I'm just going to close it. No, I'm not going to close it. There we go. So maybe since that worked, maybe I can now close this. I can. Yay, something went right. So let's reopen Davinci. Meanwhile, I'll catch up on chat. Yeah, oddly enough, I was on rotation Z, and when I changed it over there, it actually did what I wanted to do. So we all know that your latest one or your current one or the one you're working on is always right here. This is the original. This is the copy. I want the copy, so I'm going to bring that up. Yeah, Rick, I have had issues. I'm going to get with someone. I was offered something. I was offered some help, and I'm going to take them up on it. I'm going to have them look at my system to try to see if there's anything that can be done to make my system run more efficiently. So I want to figure out this one right here. Why is it sort of kind of behind cheek here? But if we go over to, this says catchy text, and we'll go ahead and change that while we're here. We can do with it what we want. Well, I got to change that hotkey. That's just too doggone. And I tried to hotkey the text at the bottom so that it would only show up when I wanted it to. That went horribly wrong. So let's just go with, let's pick on Doug. I can't spell bets. All right. Greg is watching a daily Davinci. Oh my gosh, that's probably why Davinci locked up. It sensed that Greg was watching, and it knows Greg doesn't like daily Davinci, so it just froze. I'm going to go ahead and track this out, even though I can't really see it. That's probably too big. That's probably too little. I'm going to go with that right there. So let's go figure this out. We want the right photo. So we're going to go into the right photo. We're going to go into the inspector. We are in the inspector. Why is this not showing up? Because I want to be on the image plane. Did I rename the wrong things? I probably did. I did. Rename the wrong thing. But that's okay. We know this is the right photo. We know it's going into here. So if I disconnect that, that goes away. So that's cool. I'll clean all that up later. Oops. There we go. So in the image plane, how do I get that behind bets? Everyone is telling me it's the Z rotation. So I can bring this down here, because we know I'm on that. I'm going to grab the translation here in translation, and I'm going to change the Z-axis. Oh, it does. So I got the right one. Chukwuhamdinda to Wintermute. Somebody can go Google that and then tell me tonight what it means. By the way, I do know what it means. So the other thing I wanted to do, if I move this over, oh yes, that's cool. Looks to be about the same size. So I'm gonna put it back over here. I was thinking it looks smaller for some reason. I'm gonna go there. And that looks good. I like that. That's behind it. So now I just need to do the same thing with all these other things, right? I just need to go in here to the top, go to transform, take the Z axis and put it behind it. I need to scroll down to the bottom, go to transform, put it behind it as well. Ah, look at that. Mission accomplished. Go over to here. And other than the names are way too big, especially mine and Alex's, well, and Josh's. I hope Doug's not mad that he doesn't have a big name. But I also noticed the D's cut off, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna jump back over here. Oh, Mrs. K likes it when I stutter like that for some reason. I don't know why. We're gonna grab Doug, and we're going to detrack him just a little bit. And then we're going to bring the size up just a little bit. That's still a little bit wrong there. We'll go right there. I don't think I can track this out anymore. Yeah, see the D's starting to go. The D's not going away. It's just getting on Jeff's picture. And the picture is, it's masking, the picture is masking the D. So we'll go with that right there. And then we'll go over here. Alex looks good. Josh looks good. Mine looks horrible. And that's not mine. There we go. We'll go to layout and we're just going to take it up a little bit more. Put it on the very top. Then we're going to go find Josh. And we're going to go to layout. And we're going to bring him down just a little bit like that. Go back to the edit. Yeah, it looks all right. They're a little high, but this has accomplished what I wanted it to accomplish. The pictures are in the background and we have text. I'm piecing this together with the help of the Zoom homies. I want to emphasize with the help of the Zoom homies. Big shout out to Doug Betts for things. William Dawson for other things. Wintermute for his assistance with Davinci Resolve. And I actually got a comment on YouTube, and I apologize. I don't normally like getting on my phone when I'm on here, but I wanted to shout out to Peter Dobson. Probably a cartoon character. Now I'm just poking fun. I don't know Peter personally, so I can't poke fun at him yet. Hopefully he'll join us on Zoom. If you want the Zoom, I don't have that keyed in yet to the Stream Deck. So, great guy. We don't do no stinking Davinci here. Where's my name? Oh my goodness. So Greg Guy, Greg. Oh my goodness. Greg Guy who doesn't like Davinci wants his name on Davinci. Fine, Doug. Fine, Doug. Oops, sorry. Greg, you are now going to have a name. So it's not going to be me. So here we're going to put in Greg Guy. And he's in the foreground. And since we all know he's the star of the show, we're going to go ahead and bump his name up to the parameters of right there. We'll go into the layout. We'll bring him down into the middle. And because this is acting as a mask, isn't that interesting though? This is acting as a mask, but this is not acting as a mask. And we will change the color. And let's just go with some god-awful Greg Guy color of, I think he likes red, so I'm going to just go with standard red. I think I've heard him mention red before. So, what do we do with Greg now? He thought this was South Main Auto. Nope, it is not. It is Ken Stout Daily Debacle, who can't type and or spell apparently. What do we want to do with this now? Well, we're in here. Here being Fusion. So let me see if I can do one last thing, and I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to take 1.09. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to take Greg all the way down to Oblivion. I'm going to set a keyframe. I'm going to go to the 180. And I'm going to now bring him up to about there. I'm going to go to 270. And we're going to take him back down. I'm going to go to the end, which is actually going to be 355. And we're going to bring him back to no, I don't want that. Hold on, I got to delete because I got that hotkey. I want it to be 1.0, and Greg is back. Now, if I really wanted to get fancy, I'd go ahead and make these 4 disappear: Ken, Doug, Alex, and Josh. I'm not going to do that today. What I am going to do is run back over here, take it to the beginning, hit play. It's going to be choppy because it's rendering this at the same time. I still got some changes to make on the picture on the left. Even though we changed those, it's still there. It goes to start to move, start to move, start to move. Move in the wrong direction, but it ends up being right at the end. So that's cool. I will render this. Now they can't see my popular. They see your name. Oh my gosh. So my overtime you can blame on Greg Guy. So let us go in here and fix this problem real quick like. So the first name we're going to work with is Doug. And we're going to go to the beginning, go to the end, back up 5 frames. We're going to take Doug's name away and set a keyframe. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. We're going to go to Alex Cheek. We're going to leave it at 355 right here. We're going to make him go away, and we're going to set a keyframe. We're going to go into, it should be Josh Kinder. It is still at 355. This is where the paint thing comes in handy. That's where this tool right here comes in real handy. I can draw the box around what I'm doing, and then I can actually go do what I am doing. So we're going to take his size down to 0. We're going to set a keyframe, and we're last but not least, we're going to go into Greg. I should get rid of Greg, but I won't. We're going to go into mine. We're going to take it down. We're going to set a keyframe. We're going to get rid of the paint, because if we just leave the paint there and we go over here, that's still there. We don't want that. So we'll get rid of the paint. I'm going to close the inspector. We're going to go to the beginning. And if this works correctly, it won't work correctly because I got rid of them. I was thinking, yeah, I know what I got to do wrong. You don't understand what you're doing with keyframe merge, etc. That's why I don't like Davinci. It's a learning process, and it's fun, okay? So what happened there was I was thinking over here in the Fusion with all these nodes, I was thinking since the names were already present from 0, I go to 355 and make it disappear. I can't do that. What I have to do is I have to go into here. Now I'm going to get rid of that keyframe because that's not what I want. And you just simply click on the keyframe, click on the keyframe, click on the keyframe. Keyframe goes away. And Doug should have showed back up. So I'm going to go back to the very beginning, and I'm going to make Doug Bex appear right there. Now I'm going to set a keyframe. Then I'm going to go to 355, and I'm going to take this down. Now it'll work properly. So if I come over here and I hit play, take it to the beginning first, Dumas. There's Doug. I hit play. And you can see Doug goes away and Greg comes into the scene. I'm not sure why it's bouncing around other than it's probably rendering it in while it's doing it. So there you go. That'll conclude today's Daily Davinci. I'm going to schedule the stream for 10:30. She's working both jobs today, so there's a possibility I might be a little bit late. I thought about doing it at 10:45, but I'll schedule it for 10:30. I'll get home as quickly as I can and get started. I want to thank everyone for being here. Tony Wallow, Great Guy, Wintermute, Rick Lakes. I believe I saw a couple other people in here earlier. I think I saw Parker Morris, actually. William Dawson. Mark Baggett, made him a moderator. He's been around enough. He needs to be able to post links. Darren Gilholm and Jeff Ryman out of Lost Wages. He's always first from Lost Wages, by the way. Nobody ever beats him from Lost Wages. He's like the house. He always wins. Thank you. Have a great day. I'll see you tonight on the Ken Stout Live nightly show. And yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. This has been fun. Things got accomplished. That does still look like that's off a little bit. If I were to come in here and grab my paint and try to draw straight across here, not go like that. This one looks to be a little lower. This one looks to still be canted inward like that. Kids and their toys. See you. Thank you, guys. Where am I at? Got too many monitors. Bye. Thank you. Uh-oh. Oh, this is crazy. Can't stop the stream. Oh no, 24 hours of daily debacle.